We lived on the edge of a suburban city in Orange County, California, where canyons met with the bare-bone frames of new developments. The animals, driven from their dusty land, would wander into civilization at times. There were always reports on the news about coyotes attacking small children or mountain lions wandering into grocery stores. And then there was the occasional neighborhood tragedy of when someone's cat would stray too far and never return. So why Mom thought that hiking with her two small children through these wilds was a good idea, I suppose I'll never know. But what I do know is that an encounter with one of the said beasties would mark the end of our hikes through that land. I will never forget looking straight into the wily eyes of a coyote as it jumped and snarled all around us. My mom clutched my brother, who was 2 years younger than I, and ran. I trailed behind. I remember trying to climb into her arms as we attempted to outrun the coyote, but there was no room. We soon realized it was impossible to outrun the coyote. Mom stopped and began to scream, "Go away!" The coyote growled. Mom then proceeded to take her shoe and throw it at the coyote. She missed by a long shot. The coyote tilted its bushy head to the side. We didn't know what it would do next, so you can imagine our relief when it ran after the shoe, picked it up with its sharp fangs, trotted playfully back to us, dropped it at my mom's feet, and wagged its mangy tail. In our newfound calm, we could make out the whistling of a stranger. He was calling for his hyperactive dog. Said coyote bounded through the tall, dry grass after said stranger. I had always been suspicious that my brother was my mom's favorite. They had a bond together I could never understand. They had inside jokes and secret languages, but our encounter in the canyon clearly verified to me that, yes, Mom indeed loved my brother the best. Still, I felt a need to hear it directly from her mouth. So one day I asked her, "Mom, why did you leave me to fend for myself that day in the canyon?" She answered, "Because I knew you were strong the minute you were born." And so I've always lived up to those words. I've learned to be strong and fend for myself. And my brother, Mom's golden boy, remained to be the pampered one. I never argued it. But now Mom has Alzheimer's and needs 24-hour care. And where is the golden boy, you ask? It's too much of a challenge for him to see my mom this way. He's moved far enough to be able to relinquish any responsibility towards our mom. Yes, I resent this at times. Mostly, I just remind myself that I'm the strong one. Mom lives with me now. And not too long ago, I found her reading my journal. When I was a teenager, this would result in conflict between my mother and I. The entries that she found in my teenage journal would frighten her. She would then close in on my freedom and ground me from certain friends and situations. Therefore, I stopped journaling until I moved out. So this time when I found her huddling over my journal, my first instinct was to yank it from her hands. I panicked until I remembered she would forget all she was reading in the time it would take for me to hide my journal again. But before I did, she stood up and hugged me, quivering with tears. The entry I found her reading was about her, and how sad I was that she has Alzheimer's now, and how I wasn't sure if I was strong enough to see this disease through. The last part of the entry reads, "Some days I wonder if luck will change, if I part my hair to the other side or pin a ribbon to my shirt, Then maybe a miracle will happen and lift us away from here. And God will tell us this was all a joke and that he was just kidding. And I find myself wishing that the Alzheimer's would be the same as that coyote in that canyon, and we'll soon hear the owner whistling for its dog. Thank you.